Hey folks, welcome to Thinking Theology. I'm Don. We're having some really good discourse in the comment section on the channel. And of course, anytime you're online, you're going to have some people who are absolutely positive on one side or the other and overly dogmatic and such, whether pro-God or anti-God or however you want to word it. But for the most part, as is the nature and purpose of the channel, Thinking Theology, emphasis on the thinking part, that we don't know everything. We can have good discussion about things, and what I've learned in life is that even when I'm right about something, my opinion, it still isn't that cosmologically valuable. So I kind of back off the argumentativeness. But that said, I'm doing the next 20. This is the second part. I have a book, it's a trilogy actually, of 1,500 things that won't exist in heaven, or 1,500 things that won't exist in a perfect world, or however you want to depict a place in which there's no pain, sorrow, tears, or death. And here's one additional part to the no pain, sorrow, tears, or death aspect of it, is that it is posited throughout the New Testament and even Hebrew Bible that there will be a time when there is only one God, okay? And I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm simply saying that's what the texts are fairly consistent in representing or saying. So in that ideal world in which there's no pain, tears, or pain, sorrow, tears, or death, and the Lion will lay down with the Lamb, and there'll be peace and just, all this in that ideal world, there will be one God. And I'm not saying that I agree with what's in the New Testament. I'm saying as a thought experiment, what would life look like if there's no pain, sorrow, tears, or death? Or like even in the Hebrew Bible where you've got references to like the lion laying down with the lamb. Is that literal? Is it metaphorical? I'm taking that as though, let's say it's literal and it actually happens at some point. Of course, I'd like to be a part of that world. I'm guessing, though I'm completely unfamiliar with it because here on planet Earth, there's pain, sorrow, tears, and death. Anyhow, that's the basic premise of the book, and I'm reading the next 20 things on the list. And I'm curious to see if you can make the connections. Some of them are much deeper and make you wonder, make you think more about why, with those basic 4 things, why wouldn't they be on the list? Some things are really obvious, like dentists, all right? Because that has to do with tooth decay, and that's painful, causes sorrow, and so on. And centuries past, it used to cause death because a tooth infection would ultimately lead frequently to death until penicillin was invented, anyway, or discovered. Here are the next 20 things on the list. Gossip, court stenographers, Canada. And this next one is a headline that you won't read in an ideal or perfect world. Fighting broke out in the Middle East yesterday. Feminism. Debates about whether "In God We Trust" should be on coins. Missionaries. People cutting in line. Separation anxiety. The Sabbath day? Ooh, that's a question. I don't know the answer to that one. How old are you? Money? False expectations. Losers. Electric windows. Champagne. Now that one is different than what you might be expected. There may not even be a prohibition, so to speak, against alcohol. In a perfect or ideal world, there might be, but there may be another reason why champagne won't be there. Okay. Charities and foundations. Autobiographies? That's a question. Disappointment. And the last one on this section, State of the Union addresses. Now, can you guys figure out why those things won't exist in an ideal or perfect world based on the premises of no pain, tears, sorrow, and death in a world in which it's also posited that there's only one God? Now, those are big things, but it's a thought experiment. I'm not saying that's the way it's going to be. I'm simply saying this could be fun to have as a thought experiment, that some of the promises, let's say in the Bible, or things that are talked about in the Bible or the texts and such, are actually pretty cool. So anyhow, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. I'll see you in another video. I read the comments, and keep thinking theology.